I went from looking like this to looking like this in just 2.5 years. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how you are going to get jacked 5 times quicker than you are currently doing it, okay? So it's very simple, and we're going to get right into it. I don't want to waste any of your time. We have a very distinct comparison between two different splits. Okay, there are a lot of splits out there in the world, but there's two major differences between splits. Okay, we have a 3 times per week frequency split and a 6 times per week frequency split. Now everything else falls into those categories. If you only go 2 times, we'll count that as a 3 times split, and if you only go 5 times, we'll count that as the 6 times split. So let's now compare those two, and I'll explain to you exactly why one is far superior to the other and saves you a shit bunch of time. Okay, so let's look into this. I've written it down already. The 3 times a week split. One of the benefits is that you have optimal recovery. If we look to the 6 times per week split, we have bad recovery. And why is that? Simple, really. Because if you go to the gym 3 days only, okay, on an upper, lower, full body split. So the first day you go, you do your upper body. Second day you go, you do your lower body. And on the third day you go, and the final day you go, you train your full body. Doing that, you have trained everything twice per week. And by that, you have good enough volume, perfect volume actually, to grow. You don't need more than hitting a muscle twice per week to grow. That's all you need. That will get you optimal muscle growth. And by only being in the gym 3 times, and only being in the gym 1.5 hours maximum per session, most of my sessions go between 1 hour and 1 hour 15 minutes. So I spend a total of 4 hours in the gym maximum per week, okay? Now, if you're doing the 6-day-a-week split, you're on the Arnold split, the push-pull leg split, something like that. Maybe you're going 5 days a week, you're doing a bro split. Fair enough. Maybe you're doing that. Now, let me explain to you why that's not optimal, even though everyone, yes, everyone, every fitness influencer, every guru in the fitness niche tells you, go 6 days a week, do a push-pull leg split. Let me tell you exactly why that's wrong, why I did that in the first year or year and a half of me training, and why that completely wasted my progress. Okay? So, if you go 6 days a week, you have bad recovery, because every single session that you go into the gym, you train on previous soreness. Let's say you're doing the push-pull leg split. You did your push, you did your chest, you did your fucking triceps. Now you do your pull. Okay, that's different muscle groups. Yes, sure. So you're not really sore in that. But still, you haven't fully recovered, which therefore also means that your body is fatigued and can't get as much effort into your next training session. So on your second day already, you can give less amount of effort and are gonna get less amount of gains than you could on your first day. Okay, because you still have some fatigue. You haven't fully recovered yet. And you do that for 6 days straight. Or maybe you do 3 days, one rest day, and then 3 days again. Then you have one rest day in between. That is not enough, let me tell you. That is not enough to recover fully. You should always, before going into the next session, be fully recovered, be able to give everything again. And that's the good thing about the 3-day-a-week split, which you do not have at the 6 days a week split. Now, the next negative we have with the 6 days a week split is we have a huge time problem. Now, what does that mean? If you're someone who's maybe in work, or you're in college, or you're just someone who's a busy person, you don't really have time to go spend 2 hours every single day, 6 days out of your week in the gym. Because those push-pull leg splits, they take 2 hours per session, minimum. You can't really get done with them that quick because you need all that volume. So, going by that, you are wasting a lot of your time, which you could literally more than cut in half with just going 3 days a week. Because not only are you spending less time in the gym per session, but you're also spending half the amount of days per week in the gym. So you have more time for starting a business, or if you already have one, running a business, or if you're in college studying, or if you're just going a regular 9 to 5 to then be and have free time, meet up with friends, take care of your girlfriend, maybe take care of your wife, your kids. I don't know how old you are. Get me? That is only positives. That is almost only negatives. So why is the 3-day-a-week split superior? Let me tell you. For us as, I don't think you can see, for us as natties, the 3-day-a-week split is superior because we can only recover fully from the 3-day-a-week training split. But if you are someone who is on steroids, as you can see down here, that is when you benefit from the 6-day-a-week split that all the influencers out there are telling you to get on. Because you recover 10 times quicker when you are on anabolic steroids, okay? If you're on those substances, you're obviously cheating the game. I'm not hating on anyone taking those, but I'm hating on people saying, yo, I'm not taking steroids, or even admitting that they're taking steroids. You know, there's a lot of dickheads, influencers, most of them. I've met up with most of them, okay? I lived in Bali for a long time, and I've met up with most of the influencers that you're following online, okay? I know them personally. And I can tell you, when the cameras are off, they get pretty honest. And they tell you if they're on juice or if they're not. And I can tell you, most of them guys that said, I'm not really juicing, they admitted to me that they're juicing. So what are they doing? They're advocating to their following that do the 6-day-a-week split because that's what I'm doing and that's how I got jacked. The only difference is you can recover from it because you're on juice. But your audience is natural and they won't be able to recover from that. And that's why, if you are a natural, which you are because you're watching my videos, if you were on juice, you wouldn't even be looking for advice from me, okay? Because I'm natural, I'm athletic, I'm lean, I'm shredded year round. That's what I do. That's the message I push to be. That I'm pushing you to be healthy, to look good, to be muscular, to be attractive towards females, okay? I'm not here to make you stage lean, ready to get the biggest you could ever be. You know, that's not what I'm here for. If you want that, get on fucking steroids. If you want to stay natural and just be healthy and look good, then do a 3-day-a-week split. So many people, even in my area, even in my gym, they have this misconception whereby if I go only 3 days a week, I'm leaving some gains on the table because I could be doing more. Yeah, that's a complete fallacy, unfortunately. And I have to really drill this into my friends' heads time and time again, me as a fitness coach, where I actually know better because I am deeply involved in the studies. I actually understand the reason why stuff works. I actually understand how muscle is actually built, you know? And I have to tell them time and time again, this 6-day-a-week split is doing nothing but getting you less gains than I am getting. And that's why even though I train less than them and have been training for less time than they have been, and have been signed up to the gym for less time than they have been, I am already looking better than they are. And that's not all due to me having some decent genetics, because let me tell you quite frankly, I have horrible genetics. If you look at my before and after again, dude, you will understand I do not have good genetics. I used to be underweight, like very underweight. My arms used to be fucking just bones. There was nothing on it. I was unhealthily underweight. I do not have the genetics to be a bodybuilder. You know, I'm not there, okay? That will never be me. But I can force myself to look incredibly good by just understanding the science because behind why stuff works. and how I can, in the least time spent, get the most amount of results and be the smartest about it that I possibly can. That is what I'm doing, and that is why I advocate for going 3 days a week. And by doing that, I want you to do the upper, lower, full body split. A different split you could also do is a full body every other day split. So also go 3 days a week and just train full body, full body, full body. You can also do that if you want, okay? Me personally, I don't enjoy training full body that much, especially because it takes longer. So I just have the upper, lower, full body split. By that, I train everything twice per week. And by that, also my clients are getting the best results that they could possibly get. Here are some of my clients. Look at this. This is just a before and after of one of my clients, dude. It's fucking crazy. There wasn't even 2 months in between those pictures. Here is another before and after of one of my clients. Do you see what going 3 days a week can do for you? Well, if you do, and you actually want to take this shit very serious, and you want to get in shape the quickest way possible, then you can check out the first link down in the video description, where it is a link to my Calendly, where you can book a free one-to-one consultation call with me personally to work together with me one-to-one, just like my clients do, to get amazing results in the gym and get shredded ASAP. If you think that be something you'd be interested in, check out the first link. If not, that's all good. Check out this video right here to learn more about fitness. I will never bullshit you. I will always give you the sauce straight up. Thank you so much for listening. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one.